let's clear up these numbers real quick here and show you what all of this is about. The Urantia gives us the date of 37,848. They give it to us from 1934. It's now 212. So we have to plus 78 years. When we do, we come up with 37,926. So the Urantia tells us that 37,000 years, 926 was the start for the garden, the first Garden of Eden. Now, I, using the Hebrew Bible, have unearthed a calendrical dating system that is paralleling the Mayan calendrical dating system, and both systems I have showed are timed against the precessional cycle. And this precessional cycle knowledge comes to us from an original event, an original point in time. And that has everything to do with the sons of God in Genesis 6 and how they relate to the Sumerian tale of the Anunnaki. Okay, but without going into all of that, you can see the incredible similarities that we're coming up with. So keep this in mind, this is the whole true point of really what I would love to get into your head here. It's the Bible is supporting the Urantia book. We're only at a difference of 1,638 years. Both of them are telling you the same time for the starting date of the Garden of Eden. And you think that some of you out there still think, and it's still being taught, that the earth is a 6,000 in some change year old creation. That's not what I'm seeing the Bible is showing you. Okay? Not at all. Not at all. And if you dig deeper in what I told you about the 12 tribes and the zodiac, you're going to begin to understand a lot better. But I don't think anybody's throwing out there this understanding of this 13th missing sign. And if we add more numbers into my equation, you're going to find out that we need more numbers down here to get closer to this number. And it's just cool to know that we can even get closer to this equation. Now, I don't feel like working out the math to the 13th astrological sign based upon all this. I know that this thing is already close enough already that even if you don't want to take the information that I'm presenting here about a missing 13th astronomical sign or astrological sign, then, no big deal. We're already right on the money. Right on the money. So let's talk about the Egyptian civilization for a minute here and understand that the Egyptian civilization is much older than what they want to tell you. Now, popular mainstream is going to give us anywhere from 4,000 to 5,500 BC for the Egyptian civilization, the creation of 3 pyramids, the Sphinx. Now, fringe archaeology, meaning those that are not in the mainstream, they're going to give you a viewpoint of about 10,500 BC. They base that understanding off of the Sphinx's alignment to the constellation Leo, which was lined up at 10,500 BC with the Sphinx itself. Now, what we want to do is I want to tell you that they're wrong, that they're both wrong, that both camps of thought. Now, the first information that mainstream's giving, that's deliberate disinformation. They can't have you, just like the Bible, they can't have you understanding these old civilizations out there. You can't understand there was this high technology then, because then you would have to know where it comes from. Well, they didn't have the answers then. They had to hide about this understanding of the sons of God in Genesis 6. They had to hide the understanding that our world is literally locked in spiritual warfare, and they had to hide the spirit from you in general for thousands of years until they could create enough indoctrinate information about it to present to you that would fully deceive you at the time that we're in right now. And that's what's being presented in masse. Knowledge will increase. Well, bad knowledge is increasing just as good knowledge is increasing. So I'm going to come back and share with you how both of these camps are wrong, and I'm going to tell you how this correlates back to my date. I'll be back.